E. Jean Carroll is wrapping up her testimony today after taking the stand for about a day and a half as a jury is set to decide how much money and damages Donald Trump must pay her for making those defamatory statements about her sexual assault allegations. The former president not in court today after nearly getting kicked out of court yesterday. Our Olivia Rubin has been there from the very beginning. She is outside, or actually in New York today. But you have been following what's going on in court. What happened today?
Well, E. Jean Carroll today, Kira, wrapped up her testimony and is continuing to present her case against Donald Trump. And she has put on the stand a reputational damage expert who is testifying to the effects of Donald Trump's defamatory statements on E. Jean Carroll's reputation. And what this expert essentially said was that Donald Trump's statements were seen by as many as 100 million people, not all of them who believed the statements, but still that they had enough effect on her reputation to bring her from someone who the expert says at one point was associated with terms like journalist, sassy advice columnist, and turned her into someone associated with terms such as liar and Democratic operative. And what this expert essentially told the jury, Kira, was that it would take as much as $12 million to repair E. Jean Carroll's reputation through positive messaging on television and through social media. So that is something that the jury is going to have to factor in when they hear from this expert, who I do think it's important to note also was the expert in the defamation trial against Rudy Giuliani, who ended up being ordered to pay $148 million for defamation.
So E. Jean Carroll's lawyer offered evidence from Trump's presser yesterday where he just continued to disparage Carroll, and he claimed that the assault never happened. I mean, do you think this is just going to keep happening if he doesn't stop?
Well, I was at that press conference yesterday, Kira, at Trump's property 40 Wall Street, and he did exactly what he always does. He immediately started attacking her. And while it could always lead to a new lawsuit from E. Jean Carroll, we have seen her file multiple, it is quite possible that it could factor in to how much the jury orders Donald Trump to pay. Because remember, what E. Jean Carroll's attorneys are also seeking are punitive damages, essentially damages to punish someone for their conduct and to deter them from doing it again. And one of the focal points of E. Jean Carroll's cases is that Donald Trump continues to this day to still attack her. And on the very first day of trial, Kira, the attorneys said to the jury, what you need to decide is how much it's going to take to make Donald Trump stop his statements about E. Jean Carroll. And every day since, they have gone before the jury and said, here's his latest statement. He's still doing it while the trial is going on. He's still doing it while he's sitting in court. And E. Jean Carroll's attorneys have asked the jury to think about the fact that these statements are still ongoing when they ultimately come up with the amount of punitive damages that they are going to impose on Donald Trump. So every single time he goes and makes these statements, it's E. Jean Carroll's attorneys who are bringing it back to the jury and saying, see, he's still doing it, up the number, essentially.
Okay, so basically we could keep going back and forth. He's going to keep talking smack. She's going to get more money. She's going to for damages. So could she just keep suing him and suing him? The more he talks about her, the more she sues him?
Well, she certainly could. And again, we've seen her file 2 lawsuits now, and she has already won one of them. So it's all the more likely, though, that she's just going to use these statements in the lawsuit she's in right now. Every single statement, like I said, I would expect her team to keep going back to the jury and saying, we're asking you for a number that makes him stop. And this isn't something that stopped in 2019. It's not something that stopped in 2022. It's something that is still going up until the point where court got out yesterday. So they're trying to build this case where the conduct is continuing, and they're making the argument that that should make the number go higher.
There's no stopping Donald Trump. Haven't we learned that by now? Olivia Rubin in New York for us. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.